Hello friends, welcome back again to Standard Template Library Ahead videos. In the previous videos we have seen about the components of SQL and started with container as the component of SQL, and we are seeing the first category of container, that was sequential container. We had seen vector as well as DQ and list and the programs related to the three. In the coming video, we are going to see about the associative container. There is a second type of category of container. So today we are going to see an associative container. Again, remember, associative container is non-sequential. Here the value of the container is retrieved based on the keys. That is, it allows direct access to the elements using keys. And the keys can be typically either the numbers or they can be strings. There are again four types of associative containers, that is for set, multiset, map and multi-map. Set and multiset is under one category and map and multi-map is under another category. Where set and multiset you are having only keys, means whatever values are retrieved using keys. Whereas map and multi-map, for retrieving the values you should give the name of the value as well as the key along with it. Now, difference between set multiset is that set allows unique elements, whereas multiset allows duplicate elements also. In the similar manner, map allows unique elements, whereas multimap allows duplicate elements also. So we are going to see these four in details. Remember that all these are stored in data in a structure called tree. So for basically binary search tree or any type of search operations, these are very well containers which are used. So STL of associative container is best when you are going for searching techniques in data structure. Now we are going to see about set and multiset, that these are the associative containers. So this video is going to talk about what is set and multiset and the programs related to it. Now remember that all these set and multiset are storing number of items and they contain a key. Whereas a set contains unique elements, and elements here are referenced by keys, not by their positions. They are referenced by keys. So either the key can be number or the key can be string, but they are referenced by keys. Example, when you are storing the objects of students class which are ordered alphabetically using names as keys. So here the keys are considered to be a names where you are alphabetically ordering them. Multiset is also the one of type of associative container, but it allows duplicate items, while the set does not allow duplicate items. Here, when I'm saying about set and multiset, the header file which we have to use for this is set. For multiset also set, and for set also the set is the header file which you have to include in the program while execution. So here we are seeing about the program related to set. I'm taking hash include iostream, you are taking hash include set. Now while declaring the element, the object of set, I'm writing here considering a string array which consists of certain values or certain strings of name Alice, Bob, Carl and so on. Now here I'm taking this array into the string. So I'm copying the array a plus 6 into the string. So all the 6 values of an array A will be copied into my set S. And this S is the set of all the strings. And I'm taking an iterator, that is a pointer which will point to the very beginning position, that is it will point to the first very word of set, that is Alice. So this is the iterator which is again going to point to the set which consists of string elements. Now I'm going to take my iterator and iterate it till the end, that is why I've written while p not equal to s dot end, my set jab tak end nahi hota hai tab tak, and I write cout asterisk p plus plus. Asterisk p means what? The value where p is pointing. Plus plus means what? I want to increment it further, that is why I'm writing plus plus, means from Alice I want to go to Bob. The pointer should point to Bob, that is why plus plus. And asterisk means the value. That is why I'm writing asterisk p plus plus. If you remember pointers, pointer arithmetic, this will be easy for you to understand. Okay. Next, just after this, I'm writing what s dot erase bob means. From the set, I'm erasing the value which is there. I don't write s dot erase. I just write the key value. Here the key is there, and based on the key, every operation is being performed. So I just write s dot erase bob. If you remember, in case of list or in case of dq and vector, I had to give in erase. I had to give the value of iterator. That is the position. Here the position is not important. Here is what is important is erase operation works on the key which you want to erase directly, s dot erase bob. And if I see again, I come to the beginning position, and all the values I am going to display, it will show that bob has been erased. After that, I am writing s dot erase William means from the list. Again, I am deleting another value. Now, if you observe in their set, there is Bob, but there is not no William. So it will not affect anything, and your list will remain as it is. Okay, but it will not give you any error also if William is not found, and this is being displayed. After that, I am writing s dot erase s dot begin means I want to erase from the beginning. That is why I am giving s dot erase s dot end, and from the till my entire set is being traversed, I am displaying the elements. So this is going to write again. Then begin means it is going to delete Alice from there. Now s dot erase, and then I'm inside that I have written s dot find Carl, s dot find Eve. So what it is going to do, it is going to get the position. Find function gives you the position where Carl is there, and find and where Eve is there. So from in between Carl and Eve, whatever are the values, that will be deleted. From Carl, everything will be deleted. Lastly, remaining will be only Eve and Fred. Now again I am displaying the values, and then I am clearing my entire set means I am clear. Even Fred will also be removed if I am using clear operation, and then it checks whether my stack set is empty. If it is empty, it will write set is now empty, and if it is not, it is not going to give you anything. So this is the entire program which we have seen. We have found an extra part over here, that erase function doesn't take iterator as an argument. It takes the key as an argument, the key which you want to delete. And again, find operation, find function is also the one which has been included in set and multi-set. Find function gives you the position where the key is being found. So here, if you observe the output of this program, you will see first entire set has been there created: Alice, Bob, Carl, Dick, Eve, Fred. Then again, after that, I have removed what? Bob. That is why it is giving me Alice, Carl, Dick, Eve, Fred. After that, again I have deleted William, but in my list there is no set, there was no William. That is why it is displayed as it is. After that, I have removed s dot begin. S dot erase s dot begin, that is why Alice has been removed. Then I have done what? S dot Carl to s dot Eve, I am erasing that. That is why Carl has been removed, and then Eve and Fred is remaining. And then I have written s dot clear, so that is making my set empty. That is why I have checked if s is empty, it is going to display set is now empty. That is why the output is coming as set is now empty. So I hope you have understood about how set operations are performing. Now we go for the next associative container, that is multi-set. Now multi-set is a type of associative container which is similar to set, but here multiple items can have the same values. And here sorting is done by using the key. Again, in set also, the key is the one which is used for sorting. Remember that both set and multi-set are making the use of order. Means whenever you are inserting in whatever thing, suppose I've inserted 1, then 3, then 2, and then 4, still it will give you the output 1, 2, 3, 4. Means it, whatever inserts the element, after that it goes to give goes and give the output in ordered set. Okay, so multi-set is also ordered as well as set is also ordered. I hope you have understood. मतलब आपने 1, 3, 4 कैसे भी randomly उसमें insert किया होगा, not in ascending and not in descending order, फिर भी जब set output देता है, it gives in either ascending or descending as you have associated it. Again, here remember that value of elements in multi-set or set cannot be modified once it is inserted. However, insertion and deletion can be possible. And again, the header file to use this is set. So this is a function program for for multi-set. I'm taking see just change in multi-set. This can be applicable for set also. Here I'm writing multi-set int. That means it is going the key elements are integer over here. But whatever key elements you are going to add into it, it should be added in greater manner. Means if I'm writing 502 and 501, it will insert and 513, so it will insert first 513, then 502, and then 501. So this is that is in descending order it is going to be there. Again, for that I am taking an iterator. Now inside the set I am using insert function. Remember, push underscore back, this function was only in sequential container. This is not there in associative container. So here I am using set1 dot insert 502, 502, 506, 507, 555. Now here I have inserted in ascending order, but when you see the output, you will see it in the descending order. Why? Because you have mentioned the multi-set should be of whatever multi-set operation is taken, it should have greater values first and then smaller values. So if you see the output, it will give you 555, 507, 506 and 502. One thing to observe, here inside my set I have inserted 502 two times. So multi-set allows this. If you try this for set, it will give you an error. So accordingly, I am displaying my multi-set elements before the deletion. Then I am erasing my elements here again by the key. I am giving 506 and 555, and then after the deletion, I am again displaying the values using the iterator, that is begin and end function and asterisk. So if you observe the multi-set output, you will get it is the output 555, 507, 506, 502, 502. I have entered 502 first, but since it is a multi-set ordered, that is why it is giving 555 and so on. The multi-set after deletion, you have deleted two elements, that is 555 and 506. That is why accordingly it is giving 507 and 502. So thank you dear students, and we have seen about set and multi-set associative container. See you back in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.